Hey everybody, it's PDubs. CES 2025 isn't over yet when it comes to news. We do have an update for you, a quick one regarding Wonderland Amusements and their upcoming Alice in Wonderland 3/4 scale real mechanical pinball machine, as well as I have links and stuff for you to follow if you're interested in this product on the Kickstarter. Let's talk about it. Okay guys, we're back. It's a quick update, so we're going to make this video as quick as humanly possible. Here's some video here for you. This is from Arcades Anonymous channel. Arcades Anonymous took a look at Chicago Pinball Expo 2024. I was there as well, and they got to kind of see the size of the model, or kind of like, you know, first version, draft version of what this 3/4 scale real mechanical pinball, how it was going to be sized, things like that. And it wasn't too long after that they showed us what the Playfield looks like. Here's some footage from James Hates Everything channel, where we got to see the Playfield. Right now, the first version of the Playfield that we saw here, these renders, it looked fun. You know, we had some pop bumpers and stuff, but you know, we didn't have the artwork, and we didn't really see what this table's going to be including, you know, with it all in, how the gameplay is going to work, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. But what's interesting too is then they went to Hong Kong and they had Prototype 1.0 that actually showed, like in the far left corner, which you'll see right here on this particular video, like in the far left corner here is a giant castle that's going to be mounted and things like that. Again, this is supposed to be a 3/4 scale real mechanical pinball that's going to retail for under $1,000 from Wonderland Amusements. And of course, it's going to be themed after Alice in Wonderland. It wasn't too long after this, and after we saw Prototype 1.0, they announced the artwork artist, as well as who's gonna real pinball people in the pinball community who are consulting and helping them with developing this product, etc. And sure enough, we got a good look here at the artwork from this artist Carlos, who's working on the art for them. And let's take a look at this, guys, because this is kind of the artwork. They just sent this out via email. So this is the artwork theme. Alice Goes to Wonderland. Take a look right here at our Queen of Hearts. Right here are our card player guys. There's Alice right there. And, you know, compared to the Dutch pinball, Alice in Wonderland that got announced and shown off at Pinball Expo as well, as you can see here, they're sticking more for her being a child versus, you know, an older version, which is what Dutch pinball did. So this is a little bit more true to the original story, but of course in that fun artwork style that Carlos is known for when it comes to how he draws fantasy artwork and things like that. So if you ask me, I like this artwork style too. There's the Cheshire Cat in the background. Love the logo. And of course their game is going to be called Alice Goes to Wonderland versus Alice Adventures in Wonderland, which is what I think the Dutch pinball version is. But taking a peek here, man, I think that looks pretty good. Like, no complaints there when it comes to the artwork. They also said in their email, let's dive into their email here, guys. Their email's very, very interesting, because when you look at their email, they say, hey, we're giving you a first look at Carlos Mendoza's artwork. So that's the first thing they wanted to say. And they wanted to give you an update on the progress of Prototype 2.0 and their upcoming pre-sale, which will be on Kickstarter. So what's going to happen is in other news, they're heading to Asia next week to look at Prototype 2.0. The Prototype 2.0 cabinet will have his artwork applied to the cabinet. Now, if you ask me, I think that's really cool, because we'll actually be able to see what the artwork looks like on the Playfield, on the cabinet, on the back box. And keep in mind too, they redesigned the back box, and they announced that as well, showing that the back box, instead of it being lined up with the pinball cabinet body, the back box actually hangs over it by about an inch or two, kind of like a more traditional pinball machine, right? So we're going to see it in its full artistic glory, as well as they mentioned right here that it'll be our first opportunity to see the new Playfield layout. Again, they keep changing, adding to the Playfield. They added a castle last time. We'll see what else they've added. And just as exciting, the game code will be integrated into the gameplay for the very first time. When they were playing the Prototype 1.0, and we got to see a couple quick video shot of some shots, there was no game code, so it was just like hitting the flipper and shooting the ball somewhere, but it wasn't really doing anything. Now we're actually going to see it actually doing something. And here, of course, is Jerry, former head of ThinkUp, who's now starting to launch this, this pinball company that they're trying to get going. And it's going to be on Kickstarter, and they provided a link to the Kickstarter. They still say it's going to be under $1,000, and they gave you a hold right here, a notified me on launch, so a Kickstarter pre-sale link. So it's kind of like live on Kickstarter. It's not, the Kickstarter isn't actually live, but the placeholder for the Kickstarter that'll be launching soon. So I'll have a link for this in the video description below if you want to log into your personal Kickstarter account and click on it and click notify me on launch. Looks like 24 people got the email already, and that way you can follow along with this particular product. Now keep in mind, on the particular Kickstarter, really no other Easter eggs, stuff like that. They've only added some zoom in pictures of the large artwork image that you see right here. I'm assuming this might be what the back glass is, which if you ask me, that looks like a pretty cool back glass. Excuse me. So some zoomed in images and just like, hey, pinball's usually $5,000 to $15,000. We're making a mini one with a target price under $1,000, right? So there you guys go. So if you're interested in this product at all, 3/4 scale, real pinball machine, follow it now on Kickstarter. And of course, we'll keep you updated as things develop. If you enjoyed this quick news update video, give me your comments, feedback, reactions below. Give us a thumbs up on the way out. And as always, my dudes, thank you for subscribing.